Howdy, y'all. It's Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this April 10th. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. Card in the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist, and please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell. Really do appreciate it. So, yesterday we saw how Absalom, the son of David, is fermenting rebellion against David. He had run away after killing the heir to the throne, Amnon. Now he is gathering people to him. He is convincing them to join him and join him against David. David sees that Absalom is gathering much more power and influence than he can stand against right now. So he and his loyalists have evacuated Jerusalem and are preparing to retake the city and retake the kingdom from him as Absalom has entered and set himself up as king. There are spies and saboteurs within Absalom's court at this point. So let's see what happens here. Let's go to chapter 18 today in 2 Samuel, starting in verse 1. David counted his men and chose captains over 1,000 and captains over 100 to lead them. He separated the people into 3 groups and sent them out. Joab led a third of the men. Joab's brother, Abishai, son of Zeruiah, led another third. And Ittai from Gath led the last third. King David said to the people, "I will also go with you." But they said, "No, you must not go with us. If we run away in battle, Absalom's men will not care. No, even if only half of us are killed, Absalom's men will not care. But you are worth 10,000 of us. It is better for you to stay in the city. Then, if we need help, you can come to help us." The king said to them, "I will do what you think is best." Then the king stood by the gate as the army went out in groups of 100 and 1,000. The king gave a command to Joab, Abishai, and Ittai. He said, "Do this for me. Be gentle with young Absalom." Everyone heard the king's orders about Absalom to the captains. Verse 6. David's army went out into the field against Absalom's Israelites. They fought in the forest of Ephraim. David's army defeated the Israelites. It was a great defeat because 20,000 men were killed that day. The battle spread throughout the country, but more men died in the forest than by the sword. It so happened that David's officers found Absalom. Absalom jumped on his mule and tried to escape, but the mule went under the branches of a large oak tree. The branches were thick, and Absalom's head got caught in the tree. His mule ran out from under him, so Absalom was left hanging above the ground. Someone saw this happen and told Joab, "I saw Absalom hanging in an oak tree." Joab said to the man, "Why didn't you kill him and let him fall to the ground? I would have given you a belt and 10 pieces of silver." The man said to Joab, "I would not try to hurt the king's son even if you gave me 1,000 pieces of silver. We heard the king's command to you, Abishai and Ittai. The king said, 'Be careful not to hurt young Absalom.' If I had killed Absalom, the king himself would find out, and you would punish me." Joab said, "I will not waste my time here with you." Absalom was still alive and hanging in the oak tree. Joab took 3 sticks in his hand and hit him in the heart. 10 of Joab's young helpers gathered around Absalom and killed him. Joab blew the trumpet and called the people to stop chasing the Israelites. Then Joab's men took Absalom's body and threw it into a large hole in the forest and covered it with stones. All the Israelites ran away and went home. While Absalom was alive, he put up a memorial stone in King's Valley. He said, "I have no son to keep my name alive." So he named that monument after himself. It is called Absalom's Monument even today. All right, well, there you have it. That is the end of Absalom's rebellion. David had, a militarily inferior force to Absalom. Absalom, by all accounts, it sounds like had the superior, larger force. So David had to use what he did. He had his officers split up. The 3 men that led the charge were, of course, Joab, Abishai, and Ittai, who we met last time. And then David just had one order for them for this battle. Please, spare Absalom. And everyone heard this. Everyone heard this command. And yet, in the heat of battle, when there was a moment of weakness, see the enemy's commander helpless, caught in a tree, and Joab, the general, ignored the order and killed the king's son Absalom. Was it right? Don't know. That's what happened. It's the will of God, I suppose, that Absalom died. And David loved his sons. He loves his children. And sometimes we have to do what's best for our children, even though it goes against what we feel is good for them. We want to spare them from punishment if we can, but sometimes they have to take the punishment. And unfortunately, in this case, punishment for Absalom was really severe. Well, unfortunately, that's where we're going to end for today, and that's also where we're going to end our coverage of 2 Samuel. So tomorrow we're going to jump over into the next book, 1 Kings. Thank you again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.